This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Hello, Jody.
Hey, Bruce.
So today we're going to talk about something that, I honestly hadn't given a lot of consideration to this until recently, but I've seen a couple conversations online, as you do,
right,
about this subject, and it is before and after photos.
Ooh, I love those.
Yeah. So being
wink, wink, nod, nod.
Wink. So being in the body positive sphere, as we are, you see people really, diving a little deeper into things that other people might, or the world in general, might take for granted.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of those things. And I've seen two separate conversations in the last week talking about why these people don't like before and after photos.
Yeah.
So,
well, it can, sometimes I didn't really think about it too much either until we, talked about it just a little bit a day ago or whatever. And I see there's good and bad to the before and after. And I guess there's not a lot of people I follow or I'm friends with that are doing this thing.
Sure.
Like I have people that are, posting the gym selfies or, whatever. Right. Like that's mostly what I see. I don't see a lot of the this is where I was and this is where I'm at now thing. But yeah. I've seen them on the tabloids or thing, that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know.
I guess maybe to kind of establish, before and after photos, in a lot of cases, it's people who maybe set out to reach a goal. It could be related to weight loss or exercise or something like that. Usually, in this case, with the kind of conversations that I was seeing, it was more focused on people who had lost, an amount of weight.
Yeah.
And, showing these photos of what they looked like before they began this journey, and then what they looked like when they got there, along with a story that may or may not be heartfelt to them.
Right.
That kind of digs into why they did it or how they feel. And within that, there are a couple different things that I saw that stood out to people as issues with those. So one of the things that one of the big complaints or concerns that I saw was people who weren't doing this. They would see these things in their timeline or whatever, and they would have an issue with the fact that they maybe looked like the before photo.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And so the people who put up these before and after photos, maybe were kind of saying that, this is not.
Oh, this is less than, this is, I'm better now, whatever. Yeah.
It's taking away from people.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Like making you feel bad about the way that you are since you look like the before.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's one of those things where, people are seeing that and they aren't feeling, they don't feel like they are, they feel like they're being told that they're less because they don't have these same goals. They're not trying to lose weight or do whatever this other person's doing.
I mean, I'm in the somewhat of a health kick a little bit about going to the gym and whatever, but it's not a weight loss thing for me.
Sure.
It's more of a mood at, sleeping, that kind of thing. So I don't.
Right.
And yeah, it's not like I'm trying to transform my body necessarily. It's mostly about my mood and my overall health. Mm-hmm. So I never would think about I need to take, those bodybuilder posed pictures at the gym or whatever every day. And,
this was me 3 months ago, and here's me now. Yeah,
here's me now, no different.
Right, exactly.
I haven't changed.
Yeah, right.
What? I'm wearing, whatever.
Right.
But I understand where, if you see a lot of that, how that could eat away at your confidence about your body or your self-worth and all that kind of stuff, I can totally see that.
Especially because the before and after idea kind of comes from media and advertising that's been out there for so long.
They're trying to sell their diet thing products. Or their whatever. Yeah. Their snake oils and
right.
Miracle Cure.
Jim looked like this before, and now he looks like this. He's ripped.
Like the Biggest Loser thing. That was right. Whatever.
Side note: we need to come back to this. Maybe not in this episode, but there is like from what I saw as I was cruising Netflix, there is like a Biggest Loser kind of show that is there.
Oh, I'll have to. We'll have to look that up and watch it and have a comment about it afterwards.
I don't know enough to complain yet, but I will.
Maybe it'll be good.
Maybe. But it looked like it was something along those lines.
Okay.
I digress.
All right.
Yeah, so it really comes down to advertising has always told us that we're not good enough, no matter who you are.
Well, yeah.
But especially when you're bigger, and the weight loss industry is so big that, it was not uncommon for years and
trillions of dollars of sales,
to see these ads that were just like, the before and after kind of thing. You look like this, your life is horrible. You need to look like this.
Yeah, look at Jim now with all the girls and all the money and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So getting that in your everyday life can be a bummer, because I think I like, and you've definitely said this many times in our conversations, that when you work out, you're doing it as something that's for you and that it's not about weight loss and that kind of thing. And I think there's real value to that. There's nothing wrong with being active or doing that, and there's nothing wrong with not doing it. It's really a personal preference. And I don't think that being active has to be tied into directly connected to weight loss.
Yeah, absolutely not. It's just for my own general well-being. Like I don't get out as much, go for walks as much as I'd like to. So, I'm busy working all the time, and it's like, okay, I have to dedicate this little chunk of time on Tuesdays and Thursdays to go, work my body and move it around and get this action going so I can sleep better and I have a better mood, because there's seasonal affect disorder in this cloudy, dreary Pacific Northwest.
Makes perfect sense.
So I need to be doing something. Yeah, it was never, I'm fine with the way my body is, but I can totally, I think there's a thing with social media that you need to do like a monthly or quarterly type purge of like things that don't make you feel good. If you see those things, or there's companies or whatever, just unfollow, unlike. I think that's a big thing that people really need to do, and start cleaning up their feeds to help it, better, make you feel better. Like,
don't be afraid to purge.
Yeah. Purge your social media, not purge.
It's social media. It's not, it's not necessarily real life. So
it's not like you have to go through a whole breakup thing or anything, but
family members that talk politics that you don't agree with, you can get rid of that stuff. Yeah.
Mute, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. You have control over that, and if you want to take that out of your sphere, then go for it. I do. I say that, and I do think that there is value in hearing differing opinions.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, I'm not necessarily just talking about like, yes, I want to hear from people who are talking about how great weight loss is. I don't. That's not what I'm saying. But I think especially when we look at culture and politics and all of those things, this conversation could be derailed by me talking about how I think our sphere of social media got us where we are today. But I won't go into that, but I will say that it is good to have differing opinions. That said, there's a lot of crap out there, and I can understand how something like this could affect someone.
Yeah, it's all about self-care, I think, in those instances. If it's making you feel bad or get stressed out or, just get rid of it.
I want to relieve some stress with a little beer.
Ooh, yes.
What do we have?
So I don't remember how long ago this was, but Bjorn and I went out to Cannon Beach, and we went to Public Coast Brewing Company.
Yes.
And Bjorn's on a sour kick lately. So we have this Peaches Kettle Sour Ale.
Nice.
Peaches and no herb. 14 pounds of fruit used per barrel. So
I'm going to take a look and make sure we've got the right cups.
Oh, yes. The B cups. Yes. We have to get the correct one for, I don't know what, an ale. So what else does it say? Reunited, and it feels so good. That's what your mouth will say after its first sip of our tangy peach sour. Made simply with kettle sour, golden ale, and local fresh peaches. You'll be shaking your groove thing all summer long. Ooh.
Nice.
That sounds good. Oh, this one?
Yes. So
this one.
These new cups that I brought to the table are the Funk cups.
Yeah, for sour. Okay.
From B Cups. They are made specifically for sours, saisons, and etc. So if it's a funky beer, it would go in this. I would like to know what else would constitute a funky beer. There are some other funky beers out there for sure.
Yeah,
but I'm curious what else it would be.
Etc. That's what.
Here.
I'll give it a little
wild
sip for the crew.
All right.
Basically a sip. Sorry.
Oh yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. So wild, sour, Brett, and farmhouse beers.
I don't know, Brett.
Well,
I guess we'll have to find one of those.
We're gonna have to memorize what these the boxes for the B cups say, or we're just going to have to never get rid of the
just never get rid of the boxes.
Yeah, because memorizing these definitely not there. Definitely not there.
This woo wee that has a bite. I'm trying to find it on the Untapped app.
Yes, thank you. I like this.
Sorry, everyone. I'm
sour. It's funky.
I'm looking on the app.
I would almost say powdery. Powdery beer? I don't know. I know that probably doesn't make anybody want to drink it, but I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's like it. You know, like in the back there, there's a little.
Yeah, it's that sour from. Yeah,
it's got a little funk to it for sure. There's a little something there.
Sour, peachy, tart, fruity, funky. Oh yeah, funky.
There we go.
There's not much else in there, but
yeah, I feel like I should maybe clarify a little more about B cups just for anyone who maybe hasn't heard the last couple episodes. So, you know, probably if you enjoy beers, that they make different types of beer glasses for different types of beers, shape and all of that kind of help with how they taste when you drink them. They help them breathe, that kind of thing. Well, B Cups understands that there are people like me out there who are worried about dropping their glasses, breaking bottles, doing things like that. And they actually made plastic beer cups in a bunch of different shapes for different types of beer. So they call them craft cups for craft beer.
Craft cups.
Yes, they're plastic, but they have all the shapes that you need for different types of beers. So there's one for stout, there's one for funk, there's an IPA, I believe there's an ale.
Yep, there was an ale one, I think.
Yeah, I believe
there were four.
Yeah, four. I think those are the four, and I like these. I like these a lot. If
they're
I had
fun.
Yeah.
It just makes it. I feel safer.
Yes,
with like a fancy glass.
I know.
Like I'm always nervous.
Short of a bottle, it's like a baby bottle with the nipple on top for my beer. It's about the safest thing that I can think of. They're dishwasher safe. You can recycle them if you decide that you need to get rid of them for some reason. They're transparent. They're shatterproof. Yeah, they are BPA free. So
lovely. I hate BPAs.
Oh, me too. So yeah, you should definitely check them out if you are into this kind of thing and you want something that's a little more portable than trying to carry around like pint glasses.
Right.
You know. They're super lightweight and easy to take with you. We will link to their site because I'm not seeing it on the box right now. Oh, wait. fermentedreality.com or bcups.net.
.net.
Yes. So this is a really cool thing. The guys at Fermented Reality did this. Thank you for sending some over.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, B Cups.
Yeah, so give them a try.
And also, this was a special release, this Public Coast Peaches Kettle Sour Ale. So it might not be around forever.
I like that.
Ooh, this was good, though.
Yep.
Thanks, Public Coast. If you're ever in the Oregon coast area, go to Canyon Beach area and check out Public Coast Brewing. They're a great group over there.
Yes.
We had lots of fun.
There's a lot of good beer up here. If you make it up to the Pacific Northwest, You know, you're going to find a lot of...
There are a lot of IPAs. That's the one thing. I'm originally from Minneapolis.
Yes.
And it felt like there's a lot of more porters and stouts and
it's cold,
darker.
they need heavy.
Yeah, I think it's more... Is that like a Viking, Swedish? I don't know what kind of beer do they drink over there, but out here it's like pretty much all IPAs. So I've been trying to slowly venture into that world, but I'm hoping someone will come along with some other options for me.
The great thing is there are so many different kinds of IPAs that I think, you know, I think we can find something that will work for you.
Right.
Little by little.
I'm going off topic, but we went to some friends for dinner a few weeks ago, and they do a bunch of homebrew.
Ooh.
So they are some talented people. Like they had this, man, I should have wrote these down. But it was like a spruce.
Really?
Yeah. But I was thinking it's going to be like Christmassy or like piney, but it wasn't. It was like this, I don't know how to even describe it now, but
now I'm going to try some of this.
Yeah. Maybe they can bring us some to try. That would be fun to do with some homebrew. I'm sure they would love that.
It's funny that you bring up homebrew because I finally have a kit. I'm going to try my hand. It's the second or third time I've ever done this. First time I'm doing it on my own just to see how this goes.
We did it a number of years ago when we were in Minneapolis, and then Bjorn stopped drinking, so I got rid of it.
Yes.
So now he's drinking again. I was like, I feel like we need to start doing this again.
You'll probably like this because it says that it is an IPA, but I can't imagine it's going to be very strong. Okay. Most of the beers that I've made have been pretty watery. Yeah. So, you know.
Well, we can work on that.
Yeah.
So
before and after photos, I think maybe, you know, as far as where I stand with all of that, for me personally, I try to... If there's something out there that I really don't dig, like that, I don't necessarily want to see before and after photos in my stream, whatever. But I also, you know, if that is something that somebody really wants to follow and they want to make that their thing, then, you know.
Yeah, and I don't want to.
If it's not hurting anybody else and it's what they want to do, more power to them.
I don't think that's the intent of a lot of people's before and after pictures. They just want to, I mean, I don't know. They just want validation of their hard work too. Sure. You know, that's what people are. I don't know why people post gym selfies. I would never take a picture of myself at the gym. Right. I look like a mess, but I think people are just looking for more validation of, you know, their work, their hard work, whatever. Right. I don't think it's a malicious intent behind those types of things, but for the most part. And I think good for them if they, you know, they did a bunch of work and they're happy with whatever, then, you know. Right. But yeah, I don't necessarily want, that's not where I want my brain to be going all the time.
Totally. No, I'm with you. I think that, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with calling it out if you feel like it's an issue and you see that there, you know, if you feel like it's something that's directly affecting you, you know, telling people about that and maybe having them kind of rethink the way that they're approaching things is fine. But I also think that, you know, it's important to remember that you can remove people from your timelines and all of that. It does suck. And I think overall the idea that, you know, we live in this world where there are industries that exist to tell you that you aren't good enough and that people are buying into that sucks. But there are so many different sides to this whole conversation. And I want to believe that people are mostly good and that they're not going into it trying to say, I was like this before and I was horrible. And that means so are you and you.
Yeah.
You know, so hopefully that's not the case, but I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I want to know if how you guys feel about before and after pictures. Like, is it a thing? Mm-hmm. Are you seeing a lot of it? Like, is it, you know, it's that New Year's resolution time is, you know, maybe that's a lot. Maybe that's why the conversation is kind of going again, but people are heading back to the gym or, you know, whatever. Is that a thing? Does it affect you? Do you hate it? Do you don't care? Like,
right.
What?
Tell us.
I want to hear what you're thinking. And don't send me your before and after pictures. I don't want those.
Right.
But yeah, share our episode with some friends.
Yep.
Follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yes.
And yeah, thanks for listening this week.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Bruce.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your
podcasts.